Hello, good day. Just want to say hello to everyone. Those who are in high school, those who are in university and college, waiting to finish up what they have done their last year in school and looking forward to graduation. This isn't a commencement speech by any means. I wasn't really planning on doing this, but I would just like to share three things that help me be more successful every day. Remember, success isn't necessarily a destination, but it's a process every day, and repeating that process daily to get you where you need to go. That way you can reach your goals. The three things that I wrote down, learning and understanding. I didn't come up with the first two. Then I'll share my third statement, my purpose, my mission statement in life. So the first one would be to define life backwards and live it forwards. What this meant to me was understand where I was going to be, where I wanted to go, and in reverse, understanding the process of all the steps needed to get to where I need to be. So again, define life backwards, live it forwards. A lot of times we take in consideration of every day. We forget some of the things that we are doing and how they can have a great impact on our life tomorrow, next week, next year, so on and so forth. Again, define life backwards, live it forwards. I can go on, but I want you just to grasp that and understand. That's a big chunk of wisdom. I just want to pass that on. And next item that helped me be successful, that I heard from a dear doctor that taught me in knee, chest, upper cervical, Dr. Kessinger. Going on a mission trip with him to Dominican Republic. This is going back to 2009, I believe. And he stated, make sure that your will to serve is always greater than your will to survive. So what that meant to me was, no matter what, sometimes we have to work for free. Sometimes we have to give from our heart, and we should. We shouldn't necessarily complain about giving. We should want to do that. And as far as your will to survive, sometimes we're put in a position, if you didn't have food, if you didn't have water, if you didn't have your family, if you didn't have your friends, if you didn't have your job, if you didn't have a house, if you didn't have shoes, whatever it is, that mark of your will to serve is greater than all those necessities, and that's a lot. So as far as our humanity, to give and be thankful, that our will to serve is always greater than our will to survive. Just want to again pass that on to you. And lastly, one of the things that I have tried to live by in being in business every day, to be a friend, to be a spouse, a husband to my wife, a father to my kids, the little things in life, but that make me who I am, and that is to connect within. Just looking down, just wrote down some things, is to know what is truth, to know the difference between ethics and integrity, to know the difference between what a passion is, what your passion is, and what an addiction is. And with that being said, we all have addictions. We all have passions, and sometimes we have to stop and consider, what those are and how they're going to affect us tomorrow. I mean, you can have a really great passion for something where you love it so much it can hurt you, and that becomes an addiction. For instance, coffee. If you don't, if that's all you live for is drinking coffee, you don't drink any water, obviously that can have a detrimental effect on you. Or sugar. Try living a week without having sugar. Anyways, what my idea is to make you understand in life what those passions are, what you love to do, and not doing it so much it consumes you where it's an addiction. We all know people, family members, friends, that in the era that we have gone through with addiction, how that can control people. With a passion, you strive towards something that is good, and addiction, you strive towards something that can be bad. With the last thing connecting within is know what your anthem is. What I mean by that is what your purpose is. Everyone has a battle cry. Everyone has their own rock, what they stand on. And lastly is we all go through failure. So every time something happens or goes wrong, goes against you, that you're able to get up one more time after you've fallen. We all go through storms, but the main thing is to lift the anchor to your ship where it's at, and that way you don't stay in the storm. Have that power, have that strength to overcome. Again, you're not alone. Everyone's in this together. And I just want to encourage you, again, to define life backwards and live it forwards. Secondly, to make sure that your will to serve is always greater than your will to survive. And lastly, connect within. So as far as encouragement, doing these three things, I just want to encourage you, again, the day and age living in, being a senior, being a graduate student, almost done with your thesis, getting your PhD. There's a lot going on. I want to send love, encouragement to you guys. You guys have done an amazing job. You've worked so hard to get where you are. I just want to encourage you, and don't give up. This day and age that we're living in, being in a pandemic, but being away from each other, we're all together. God bless. Take care.